Had only one colour. The leopard lived in a place called the High Veldt. It was a bare, hot and shiny country where everything was covered with sand. Greyish, yellowish, brownish sand. The giraffe, the zebra, the eland, the kudu and other animals with strange names lived there too. And they were all yellow, grey, brownish, but the sandiest of them all was the leopard. That big cat matched to one hair the landscape.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, madam.
And this was terrible, because he could hide anywhere and jump on the animals without warning. And it wasn't funny. It wasn't indeed. Not funny at all. In those days also, there was an Ethiopian, a sandy-coloured man, who lived on the High Veldt with the leopard. And the two used to hunt together. Why shouldn't they? Remember, it was the high and far-off times.
Run, everybody! Run!
After a long time, things lived for ever so long in those days, though you have to admit they couldn't count, the animals were tired of avoiding the leopard and the Ethiopian.
I'd better get going.
And bit by bit, they went away from the High Veldt. The giraffe began it because her legs were the longest. They scuttled for days and days, and they came to a great forest full of trees and bushes and stripy, speckly, patchy-blatchy shadows. After another long time, they still couldn't count. Standing half in the shade and half out of it, the animals changed. You could still hear them and smell them, but you could hardly see them.
Nice day, isn't it?
And they had a beautiful time in that forest, while the leopard and the Ethiopian couldn't understand what was happening.
Where have our breakfasts gone?
And our dinners.
And our teas.
Soon they were so hungry that they ate anything. Oh, I mean it, anything. They had the big tummy ache. Yes, that's exactly what you're thinking. Fortunately, they met Bappy, the dog-headed barking baboon, who is quite the wisest animal in all South Africa.
Bavian? Say, where has all the game gone?
Can you tell me the present habitat of the Aboriginal fauna?
The Ethiopian always used long words. He really was a true grown-up.
The game has gone into other spots, and my advice to you, Leopard, is to go into other spots as soon as you can.
That is all very fine, but I wish to know whither the Aboriginal fauna has migrated.
The fauna has joined the flora, because it was high time for a change. My advice to you, Ethiopian, change as soon as you can.
And then, after ever so many days, they saw a great, high, tall forest, full of tree trunks, exclusively speckled, sprottled, spottled, dotted, slashed, hatched, and cross-hatched with shadows. Say that quickly aloud, and you'll see how very shadowy the forest was.
What's this? That's so dark and yet so full of little pieces of light.
I don't know. I can smell giraffe, and I can hear giraffe, but I can't see giraffe.
That's curious. I suppose it's because we've just come in out of the sunshine. I can smell zebra, and I can hear zebra, but I can't see zebra.
Wait a bit. It's a long time since we've hunted them. We've forgotten what they look like.
Fiddle! I remember them perfectly. Especially their marrow bones. The giraffe is a fulvous golden yellow. And the zebra is a grey fawn colour.
Then they ought to show up in this dark place, like bananas in a smokehouse.
The leopard and the Ethiopian turned themselves into 4 and 6 and 8 all day. But at tea time, they still hadn't seen anybody.
Let us wait till it gets really dark. It smells like zebra, and it moves like zebra. It kicks like zebra. Be quiet. Oh, you person without any form or colour, I'm going to sit on your head till morning. There is something about you I don't understand.
I've caught a thing that smells like giraffe and kicks like giraffe, but it hasn't any form.
Sit on its head till morning. Nothing has any form round here.
All round there.
What have you at your end of the table, brother?
It ought to be a rich, fulvous yellow, and it ought to be giraffe, but it's covered all over with chestnut blotches. What about you, brother?
It ought to be a delicate greyish fawn, and it ought to be zebra, but it's covered all over with black and purple stripes. What have you been doing to yourself, zebra? If you were on the high veldt, I could see you 10 miles off.
Yes, but this isn't the high veldt. Can't you see?
I can now, but I couldn't at all yesterday. How is it done?
Let us go and we will show you.
Listen carefully.
And now watch. This is the way it's done. 1, 2, 3. And where's your breakfast?
Their meal had disappeared. It was swallowed, wolfed down by the forest.
That's a trick worth learning. Take a lesson from it, Leopard. You show up in this dark place like a bar of soap on a stack of coal.
Ha ha! And you look like a water lily on an undertaker's jacket.
Well, calling names won't catch dinner. The long and the short of it is that we don't match our backgrounds. I'm going to take Barvian's advice. Told me to change, and as I've nothing to change except my skin, I'm going to change that
But what to?
to a nice working blackish brownish colour with a little purple in it and touches of slaty blue.
The leopard was very excited because he had never seen a man change his skin before. Have you?
What about me?
Barvian told you to go into spots.
I went into other spots, into this spot with you, and a lot of good it has done me.
Barvian meant spots on your skin.
What's the use of that?
Think of giraffe. Or if you prefer stripes, think of zebra.
No! I wouldn't look like zebra. Not forever so.
Well, make up your mind. You look like a sunflower against a blackboard.
Okay, I'll take spots then. But don't make them too vulgar big. I wouldn't look like giraffe. Not forever so.
I'll make them with the tips of my fingers. They're not all dry yet.
Oh, you're tickling me. Oh.
Now, you are a beauty.
And that is where the leopard's spots come from.
You can lie down on the bare ground and look like a heap of pebbles. Lie out on a branch and look like sunlight sifting through the leaves. You can lie right across the centre of a path and look like nothing in particular.
But if I'm all this, why didn't you go spotty too?
Oh, actually, plain black is best for a black man, you see. Now come along. We'll see if we can't get even with Mr. 123, where's your breakfast?
So they went away and lived happily ever afterwards, quite contented with their change. But I wouldn't say so of their breakfasts.